Continuing from the previous video, there will be more bowing exercises. The first exercise is called rockets, and it helps you feeling the free movement of the arm while you take short and quite fast bow strokes. So I would like you to position your bow on the G string. Feel the contact in the middle fingers as we did before. Make sure that your thumb is round and is in contact with the correct part of the frog. So this one here, and get the contact, relax your shoulder as before, and take a very fast bow strokes followed by a takeoff. So this is the contact, then a very fast, and then the plane takes off, or the rocket takes the full circle and lands again. There is not really much of sound control in this exercise, so don't worry that if it doesn't sound great. It has to start on the string, this is the main thing, and then you use the full bow. So again, contact, full circle with the arm, and land. You can do it a few times and feel the relaxed movement of the arm as you do it. You can also do it up bow, so that's slightly trickier to start with. Make sure you have a good contact here, that your fingers are in control, fingers on the bow. Once you have done that, then we are going to relax your shoulder and go up bow, and then follow the movement of the arm, do a full circle and land. So relax, go, and land again. You can repeat that on all strings. There's a very useful exercise as well called circles, and this is about making your fingers on the bow stronger. So I would like you to put your arm forward and using only your fingers draw the circles with your bow. So the circles are drawn with the point of the bow like that, while your hand is still, and you shouldn't move neither your arm nor your wrist. So in fact you can actually hold your wrist with the other hand to make sure that it stays still, and only use your fingers. Now this is the same sort of idea as writing with a pen. When you write, you use your fingers. You wouldn't write like that unless you are a small child, so they do that, but we are using our fingers, and this is exactly what you need to do here. So you are doing that in order to draw circles with the point of the bow, but please point the point of the bow to your left, so not this direction, but just simply in sort of playing position above the strings. So circles going clockwise and then anti-clockwise, and only use your fingers. You can, as I said, you can hold your wrist to prevent it from moving, and once you have done that, you can also draw eights. This is slightly harder, and eights the other way around. The next exercise will help you finding the right angle of the bow on the strings. What does it mean, the right angle? So when you bow, you need to have the stick of the bow parallel to the bridge. See, the line of my bridge and the stick are parallel. Now this is quite elusive, it's not so easy to find. It looks easy at first, but when you actually try to do it, you will find that your bow may sort of start traveling up and down. And it's important because, well, for many reasons. First of all, the quality of sound. When you start playing this way, the bow will slide up and down, and it loses the continuity of the sound. Also, you simply may just simply completely get off the rail or go to the fingerboard if you point the bow up. That's why it's important. So to maintain the quality of sound, you need to be able to draw the straight bow strokes with the right angle, correct angle, parallel to the bridge. Unfortunately, when you just look at it from here, from where you sit, it's not so easy to observe. One way is to look at the point of the bow. Somehow it's easier to observe this angle if you look at the point of the bow and see how it looks in comparison to your bridge. That's one way. Then it's worth mentioning that if you relax your shoulder and you pull from here and push from there, probably it will be easier also to maintain the right angle. But to really see it better, you may need to play in front of a camera or a mirror, and even this is not always straightforward. There's one exercise that really helps with understanding how it should feel. It's a little bit funny. First of all, you need to place your bow below the strings. So obviously this is not the way to play. It will simply be the way to feel the angle of the bow. Now I would like you to make sure that the stick of the bow touches the bridge fully, so not just at one point, but fully. So it's as glued to the bridge as it possibly can. Now if you let the stick of the bow touch the A string, so position it sort of with the point going up in such a way that it's touching the A string, and then making sure the bow stays glued to the bridge in its full length, wherever it touches the bridge, and you move the bow. This will teach you how it feels to play on the C string, so it works like a mirror reflection, and you will see that it really feels like your arm sort of plays behind a little bit. You need to position your arm in such a way that it points that way, so towards my plant a little bit. So you are bowing on the A string below the strings, and it feels like bowing on the C string if you bow here. So to maintain the straight angle, you need to play with your hand a little bit behind, and it will apply to both C and G string, but especially to the C, so to lower two. Now if you do the same exercise but still touching with the stick of the bow to the bridge, but now touching the C string below, you will, and bow, you will find that this is the angle which is the same to playing in real life on the A string. And please feel how different it is. I mean, it could be more different. It feels like when you get to the end, you really have to stretch your arm forward. So I'm towards my right, slightly outer corner. It really sometimes feels that to finish with the bow, you need to extend your arm completely, or even get a little bit further from your cello, which is completely fine, by the way, whatever works. So when you bow on the A string, you need to, especially in the second half, extend your arm forward to maintain this angle. So that exercise is really useful, I find, because it really will show you how it feels. That's touching A string will feel like playing on the C string, and touching the C string will feel like playing on the A string. Thank you for listening. See you next time.